Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So why suddenly do I feel that a lot of people suddenly became very much entitled? People are arrogant, entitled, and people seem to think that the whole world and everybody else is in them actually owes them something. I understand, right guys, everybody entitled to their opinion. This is a different matter. You have an opinion and that people can agree or disagree. We're talking about the entitlement to the extent where people expect to have some sort of different treatment and different privileges because they think that you or somebody else owes them that. This is what we're talking about, will they actually be able to earn this kind of privilege? Just general, blunt entitlement to thinking they are better than everybody else and they deserve better treatment than everybody else. This seems to be happening pretty much on a daily basis, and it's becoming horrendous. If you actually step back and witness certain things, you can probably agree with what I'm saying, guys, that a lot of people became very, very much entitled. If we just look back, say 50, 70 years, right, the life of people then was much harder, but people seem to be much nicer. Okay, we now have everything at our fingertips. We've got the phones. I'm not talking about financial things, but generally life is much easier and much better now than it was before. Yes, of course, with things currently happening in the world, I'm not taking this into the account. I'm just taking about general life for you and me in terms of technology, things that we have, things we currently rely on. It is better than what it was. So what is suddenly made people or making people so entitled? And again, of course, guys, I have a few examples and I'm pretty sure you witnessed a lot of them, maybe sometimes without even questioning the or entitlement or the whole thing. But let's go with a really basic one. So I was in the shop, okay, and I witnessed a guy approaching the customer services and wanting to return an item. He said apparently he had the item just under a year, but he didn't have the receipts. The thing is, okay, the item was a little desk fan and it was a specific brand. So it wasn't a supermarket brand, it was a branded item. So of course, naturally, they said no, they couldn't do this because, well, he didn't have the receipt. So after all, we all know if it's a branded item, you can pick it up anywhere. You can buy this in a boot sale for all they know, and they just return it and exchange that. So they said, sorry, they couldn't do this. So the guy was arguing, okay, to the point like he was shouting at the poor woman because he couldn't understand why they wouldn't return the item. She said, well, you don't have the receipt. It's been a very long time, so it's not that I can check on the CCTV that he actually bought the item there. But this is the point. The entitlement, he was arguing. He's not just like talking, like, trying to debate thing. He was arguing and he was shouting because he felt he was entitled to a refund, even though it was under a year, long time ago, and there's no proof that he bought the item there. See, this is an example I think that happens everywhere, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but isn't that just ooze the entitlement? I wonder for a second, I thought if I needed to return something, okay, if you do buy electrical appliance, you keep the receipts, so then if anything happens, you get to return this. For 1 second, I wouldn't even think going to the shop and arguing with a person shouting at the poor woman who told you it couldn't be returned because of the shop policy. So another good example, okay guys, I'm going to take, for example, my channel. Everybody always comments, guys. I do get a lot of comments. We have our debates, our little chit chat. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't agree. This is absolutely fine. This is a community. This is all about. But there are still a couple of people there that choose to tell you what I do, it's not right or it's not suitable for them, and then say, well, we're going to be unsubscribing. So one example is we're going to be talking about the reviews. So always, guys, if you follow the channel, this is a preparedness channel, but I cover a whole array of things in the lifestyle to make sure that we can sort of lead slightly better lives, covering many things. And the reviews do come into this. I have been doing reviews since I've started the channel. And to be fair, I think over the past few years, I've done over the 60 reviews. So where possible, when I do reviews, I do ask the brands whether I can also do a giveaway to benefit you guys. But generally, I don't ever ask for any support on the channel. I don't publicly say, oh my God, please support the channel because I'm not going to be doing video otherwise. So forgive me if sometimes I have an opportunity to collaborate with a brand, then I'll do a review on something that's relevant to the channel or generally relevant to the lifestyle, which is again, part of the channel. So then you inevitably get a person that will comment then, well, I don't like you doing that and you should not be doing this because if you're going to continue being doing this, I'm going to be unsubscribing from your channel. Whoop-you-do. Not being funny, guys, but again, I do cover a whole array of subjects on the channel. I put a lot of effort in a lot of videos when I do the research. We talk about many, many things, okay? And I know some of you just watching this for the preparedness, some of you just watching it for the cooking, some of you watching it for the tips. There's many reasons why the community is so diverse and you guys follow the channel. So some of you, or majority of you, let me say 99.9%, okay, if you don't not interested in watching the reviews, that's absolutely fine. But you don't go and tell me, which you don't, none of you do apart from one or two, that I should not have been doing this and, you know, you're going to be unsubscribing because I did the review. Well, forgive me for having the little perks of having a channel and collaborating with the brands by doing that. But this is the point is, right? You might not disagree doing the reviews, but you don't comment and say, I should not be doing this because it's not right. It is the channel and I do what I do. As I said, I cater for everybody. But when somebody then comments with the entitlement of saying, well, you should not be doing this because I said so, this is not right, okay? This is the perfect example of another entitled person. You can express the opinion, tell me, maybe I should not be doing this because you don't think it's good, but to tell me the way you're thinking, well, you're really not meant to be doing this because I don't want you to do this, to me, this is absolutely wrong. So moving on from that, we're talking about entitlement on the road. Again, there's a horrendous amount of entitlement. For all of you who know, guys, I drive a big van. It's tall, it's long, it's big. Okay, so if I'm driving on the road, believe this or not, on my side of the road, there seem to be entitled people that feel that I should be moving over from my side of the road into the curb just because they feel they want to come through. Even though regardless, I'm on my side of the road, I'm already going, there is cars parked up on their side of the road, it's their job to stop and wait, unless of course I stop and let them out, which in many cases I do. But there's a horrendous amount of people that feel entitled and then bleep at you, finger at you, whatever they do, to let you know that I was wrong because they're entitled to go through because it's them, okay? It happens many times. Literally, I could drive on a daily basis. I witness one or two people that seem to be entitled and thinking that they own the road. Even though the fact is, they'll drive a big van, they might drive a really expensive car. But the point is, like it happened before, it's my right of way, and I'm going to be going. If you're arrogant enough and you're going to try to run me off the road, well, you knocked over your 300-pound mirror. My mirror is still intact. Everything's intact, okay? The point is, why do people feel the need to be that angry and that entitled, even though this is my right of way? So you can see it's happening a lot on every level. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be bombarded with messages in the comments down below. Please do, with your experiences of the entitlement. But that feels like, what made us or what made them or certain people so entitled? I just cannot figure this out. See myself, right? I look at myself, it's a very down-to-earth person, okay? I let people out. I'm overly polite. And I gotta say this, I'm overly polite. And I will do this in a different video of explaining myself. Do you know what? Too much of this, and it's got to stop. Because the world currently seems to be filling up with people that feel that they are it, and everything revolves around them. And I just can't figure this out. I'm overly apologetic. I go in a supermarket with a trolley. I'm sorry. I'm always doing this. And then all I'm bombarded with is the people that seem to have entitlement of everything because it's them. And I just cannot figure this out. But to me, I think it's getting worse. See, the trouble is, the way that the future is heading, the more those people think that the world is owing them something, when this world doesn't deliver, because our things are going to be changing, I'm pretty sure pretty soon, what's going to be happening then? Okay, they're not going to be prepared. See, no resilience, no preparedness, no future. It is, honestly, a really hard world we live in. But of course, guys, I wanted to hear your opinions to what if you witness the same sort of thing, because I think it happens more than we know. To me, I witnessed that, maybe just me considering, not considering, but always seem to be faced with the entitlement, but on many scales. If you just, again, I always tell you, if you want to observe people, just step back and again, just witness and appreciate what's happening around you. And I think you soon find that a lot of people for some reason seem to now become entitled and feel that everybody owes them something. In fact, we don't owe anybody anything. So there we are, guys. I hope you have found this video helpful. Excuse the rant. Don't forget, thumbs up, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.